Hi everyone and welcome to Fridays with Fenning. On Wednesday evening I met up with Daryl, someone who did Alpha just a couple of years ago, and we went to the Curry Inn in Needham Market, and the usual dilemma occurred. After being given the menu with so many choices, I had to decide, do I order the same as usual or do I try something new? You see, for me, familiar is safe. You know what you're getting. You just can't beat a jalfrezi. Now, new though is risky. It could be horrible and a waste of money. But new could also mean widening my pleasure experience of eating an Indian meal. Now, I'm a safe person. I like the familiar. If I could go on holiday anywhere in the world, I would go to New Zealand. Why? Because I've been there before and I've loved it. We have family there. They speak English. They drive on the right side of the road or our side of the road. And I know what it's like. So why risk going somewhere else that might not be as good? Now, even as I'm saying this, I realise how small my world could become by living safe. I don't want that. I want to expand my world, not reduce it. And yet every time I stay safe, my world becomes a little smaller. I heard a great phrase the other day which has stuck with me. The person said this. He says, "Cover the earth before the earth covers you." In other words, there's an amazing world out there to discover. So get out there and discover it before it's too late, before the earth covers you. And so I'm really grateful to Sarah, who wants to visit new places in her travelling and so pushes me to do the same. And I'm grateful to Win and Jill, my uncle and auntie, who took us on those short midweek breaks, and I discovered the beauty and history of Berlin and Paris and Prague and Copenhagen and Bruges. To try something new or to go somewhere new expands our world and our experience and our joy. Last Saturday, I was very kindly invited to go to Trent Bridge, Nottingham, and watch the new cricket format called The 100. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen this on BBC or on Sky, but it's a new cricket franchise with 8 teams made up of some of the best players from around the world. And the rules and the format is new in order to speed up the game and make it more accessible and more exciting for a younger audience. As it's said on TV a few times, it's cricket, but shorter. And the whole idea is to reach families, so the pricing is much cheaper, the games are shorter, and this new innovation in cricket is definitely working. So on Saturday there was a great atmosphere, loads and loads of families there, some brilliant cricket and a fantastic experience. So will it last? Well, I think so, but regardless of that, they've tried something new. They've broken out of the box of traditional cricket, and it's expanding its reach with the hope that if kids love the 100, they'll also come to love playing and watching all forms of cricket, from T20 all the way through to test matches. You see, doing something new brings a freshness, an energy, a momentum that builds. Now, the old doesn't have to be broken first in order to do something new. The new can actually enhance and refresh the old. Think about it. Companies are doing this all the time. In order to keep growing, they have to innovate. They have to bring in new products or new ingredients that keeps the business fresh and appealing. How often do you read on packages, new and improved? Or you see new branding or new products. It's not that the old isn't working, it's just that it needs a refresh, a revamp in order to re-energize. Why? Because doing something new brings a freshness, an energy, and a momentum that builds. But sometimes something new is needed because the old isn't working or is broken. Over the years, Sarah and I have met with a number of couples who have been experiencing difficulties in their marriage. Now, it's often down to communication issues of not listening to each other, of either fighting to be heard or just withdrawing. And what tends to happen is that the couple start to cycle around the same behaviour over and over again, yet desperately hoping for a different result. And so when it doesn't happen, they lose hope and they look to give up or they look to split up. And in a way, I don't blame them, because why live life in a miserable relationship which makes both parties unhappy? Now, Sarah and I are not counsellors, but so we have to be careful about offering advice, but it's fairly easy to highlight the problems and issues and the cycle of destruction that couples go down. And I'm not judging people, because Sarah and I have been locked into unhelpful cycles in the past too. So to save a marriage means not carrying on doing what you've always done. It's trying something new, a new approach, a new pattern, a new way of communicating. So on the marriage course, Nikki and Scylla Lee highlight the importance of being heard, of being understood by the other person, as well as taking time to listen and understand the other person too. So one of the things they do is to encourage couples to try something new. They get one of the couples just to hold a cushion, and while they hold it, they're allowed to talk without interruption. And the other person mustn't speak other than asking clarifying questions. And once they've explained how they feel and why they're upset, the other person reflects back what they've heard and understood. So what I think you're saying is this: it's that kind of thing. And once the first person feels listened to and understood, they pass the cushion to the other person, and then it's their turn. So to start with, this new approach feels awkward and false and embarrassing. But as the couple start to practice a new way of communicating, a new way of really listening to understand the other person, hope can begin to return to the marriage. You see, it takes a new approach to break the old unhealthy patterns. So, new can expand our world and our experiences. New can bring a freshness and energy and a momentum that builds. And new can mend what's broken. So here's my question for us today. Where do you and I need to experience the new in our lives? I mean, over the summer, will you be prepared to try new experiences, to go to new places, eat new things off the menu, expand your world a little? In other words, to cover the earth before the earth covers you. And will you introduce something new to revamp or refresh something that's feeling a bit stale or a bit too routine? I mean, if you're a follower of Jesus, how about doing something new in August, just to bring a renewed energy to your relationship with Jesus? I mean, try a new way of praying, a new approach to spending time with God. Maybe using walks to pray, or you get up 30 minutes earlier to read, or to create an alphabet of God's characteristics. You know, A equals God is able to do immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine. B, God is, well, just work your way through the alphabet, A, B, C, D, and see how you get on. And how about this summer, stopping and reflecting on what's broken, what's no longer working well in your life? And rather than just putting up with it, ask yourself, what new approach, new action, new opportunity can I proactively introduce to mend or bring life back to that which is broken? Because let's not live too safe. Life is too short to live safe. Let's be people who embrace the new, who live in the benefits of the new, who find energy and life in the new. Because actually, that's how God has designed you and I to live. That anyone who belongs to Christ has become a new person. The old life is gone, a new life has begun. God is the God of the new, and he wants to do new things in us and through us. And I find that so exciting, even if a little scary. Now, today is the last Fridays with Fenning for a month. I plan to be back in September, but until then, I hope you have a great summer and don't live safe, but look to embrace the new. That's certainly what's going to be my goal over this summer. Hey, thanks so much for watching, and I really hope that I'll get a chance to see you soon. Take care.